After my college entrance exams, I finally had the time to realize my dream of becoming a game developer. I have learned to code before and also learned a little bit of Unity, but I never had the time and spirit to complete a full game. I looked for opportunities to brush up my skills and I always liked the idea of a game jam. It would be a great way to push myself and create something new. I participated in the 150th weekly game jam. The game jam's theme is "You are the enemy", and I came up with the idea of raiding citizens for money. On the first day, I drew some sprites for the main character, and edited the sprites to make two variations of the villager character. It was already midnight, so I went to sleep, and on the second day I added code for player movement and villager movement. The villager's movement is comprised of three parts. If the player is far away, the code will randomly generate a vector for the movement direction and a timer for how long the villager will move. If the player is inside the escape range, the villagers will escape in a direction opposite of the player. If the player is in the detection range, then the villagers will continue to wander randomly, but the direction vector is limited to point away from the player. I also added houses that will spawn new villagers. Soon I realized that villagers are not enough, so I tried to add guard units, which acted similar to the villagers, but instead of escaping, they will chase the player actively if they are in range and knock them away. I created two types of guards. The first one, which wears a grey plate armor, and the second one, which dons a blue suit of plate armor with a full helmet. The blue guard is a knight that is much more powerful than the grey ones. On the third day, I added an archer unit and also the notoriety system. I added the system so that the difficulty of the game will slowly increase and the player should experience a different level of tension in each stage of the game. At last I submitted my game and I was pretty satisfied with what I did. During the development of the game, the thing I loved the most is how villagers walk around randomly. It felt vivid and truly like a real village. Although I know that it is far from realistic, it was a great accomplishment for me, and I liked watching the villagers move around in the game. Therefore, in the future, I will keep this part of the game, and I plan to create a new game, like an RTS or a city builder game, because I always liked Warcraft 3, SimCity, etc. I hope that I can turn the project into a city builder with the occasional Viking raids. Stay tuned for future updates.